Facebook and on YouTube. Nigeria Info 99.3 is how you can watch us on Facebook, on YouTube, on your smart devices, on your smart TV. It's beautiful on smart TV, really. If you haven't tried it, just go try it. Just watch us on smart TV. You'll love the picture. All right. So here we go. We are going to start. Let's start with this story here. That you probably must have heard about. You probably must have started talking about. It's right here on page 31 of the Punch newspaper. That is where we're starting from. FGI's 796 billion naira annually from 5% petrol surcharge. The writer says consumers decry new fuel tax after subsidy removal as law commences January 2026. So let's go into that story. So the story reads, listen, Lagos, just listen to this. You're about to pay more for fuel again. The federal government may rake in 796 billion naira annually from the introduction of a 5% surcharge on locally produced and imported petrol based on its new tax policy slated to take effect from January 1, 2026. An analysis by The Punch has revealed the 5% surcharge on refined petroleum products is contained in the Nigeria Tax Administration Act, one of 4 tax reform bills signed into law by President Bola Tinubu on June 26, 2025. However, consumers have proposed, or opposed rather, the move, stressing that the government had earlier removed fuel subsidies and now plots to impose a 5% surcharge on fuel without considering the harsh economic realities nationwide. This came as oil marketers stated that the 5% surcharge may further hike the pump prices of refined petroleum products. The surcharge forms part of government effort to shore up non-oil revenues and promote fiscal sustainability amid mounting public debt and subsidy-related costs. The policy targets fossil fuel products provided or produced in Nigeria. Now listen to this part. Fossil fuel products include petrol, diesel, kerosene, aviation fuel, and compressed natural gas, amongst others. So what the story is saying is you're gonna have to pay more starting from January 2026 for petrol, for kerosene, for diesel, for CNG. Just name it. Just name it. You're gonna have to pay more for it. Whew. Okay, so we're gonna drop this story here in the Punch newspaper. I mean, look, when it comes to tax or taxing people, it's the right thing. Everybody should pay tax, right? But what I have my reservation for this sort of thing. My reservation that I have is that, and like the marketers have said, like people have said, you have removed fuel subsidy. We have not visibly seen the impact, the so-called impact of the removal of fuel subsidy. So-called because that was why you sold the first subsidy removal to the public, to Nigerians, that if you remove fuel subsidy, there will be monies to do a lot of things, to fix roads, to fix hospitals, to fix universities, to do things to make lives of the people better. Has anything significantly changed? Any of these things I mentioned now, has there been any significant change in the last 2 years or so? Has there been? You know the answer to the question. But I know my people. I know my people. I mean, we are very law abiding. We're gonna pay. We're gonna pay. We're just hoping that someday, one day, very soon, we're gonna have to feel very proud of living in Nigeria. You know, we don't feel choked. You know. I'm gonna go to my next paper. No, not the next paper. Actually, let's take one more story. In fact, we have two more in the Punch newspaper. Patients groan as nurses strike ground hospitals nationwide. Patients groan as nurses strike ground hospitals nationwide. That story is on page 2 of the Punch newspaper. And our last story in the Punch, before we move on to the Metro page of the newspaper, our last story is Port Harcourt Refinery not for sale, NNPC. That story is also on page 31. Port Harcourt Refinery not for sale, NNPC. I just remembered what a friend told me over the telephone yesterday when we were talking about the story when it broke. But I can't share what he said on air. And it was just that was an inside joke, but it's quite funny. But you can read further if you're interested. Kings must respect ancestral burial rights or quit throne. One day Abimbola story is on page 3. That's an interesting piece as well. Uncle Jimmy has dealt with this particular topic last week with the guest that he had. Very brilliant, exceptional guest that he had last week on the show. So, but if you're still interested, you can go and pick up the paper and read. Now, let's go to the Metro page of the Punch newspaper. We'll bring you a couple Metro stories before we move on to the Trust newspaper. Woman arrested for killing, selling pregnant Anambra nurses' body parts. Woman arrested for killing, selling pregnant Anambra nurses' body parts. I mean, this must be a deranged person. The Anambra State Police Command has arrested one female suspect identified as Somtochukwu Nwafo, aged 24, in connection with the murder of a pregnant nurse in Umweri village, Obunike, in the Oyi local government area of the state. Punch Metro gathered that the prime suspect, who is currently on the run, lured the nurse on the pretense that he was seeking medication, after which he killed the victim and buried the mutilated body parts in a sockaway pit. The spokesman for the Anambra State Police Command, Tochukwu Kenga, who confirmed the development in a press statement on Wednesday, added that some body parts of the victim were later sold to a native doctor in the area. Oh my goodness. We've lost our humanity. Now we've lost it. It's not about we are losing it. I don't think we're still in the process of losing it. I think we've lost it. Man arrested for dumping refuse on Lagos roads median. That's brilliant. Please arrest more of them. Arrest more, very, very much more of them. Law school student freed. 5 colleagues still in kidnappers' custody. This story has been around for days now. So these stories and many more. Let's look at this one here. Gunmen stab Ogun businessman to death. That's another one. Lagos businesswoman arraigned for suspected 4.5 million naira fraud. A lot of crime stories in the Metro page of the Punch newspaper. Let's go to the Daily Trust newspaper. Bandits on renewed rampage in Katsina. Bandits on renewed rampage in Katsina. Villages evicted, forced into peace deals. That story is on pages 3 and 4. It's unfortunate. Troops kill 9 Boko Haram terrorists in Borno. Story is on page 18. Why indigenship bill was withdrawn. If you're interested, I mean, I lost interest in this story completely. The moment it broke, I just completely lost interest. I don't know why. Money given to Super Falcons can pay 16,000 doctors, 66,000 teachers, others. That's on page 25. Money given to Super Falcons can pay 16,000 doctors, 66,000 teachers, others. The story is on page 25. Nurses strike. Patients stranded at hospitals nationwide. So this is what we're going to be talking about at 9 o'clock. I'm hoping that I will be able to still lay my hands on Dr. Japheth. He hasn't been reachable really. But let's see how it goes. But we'll still go ahead and have that conversation. With or without a guest, we'll have that conversation definitely. All right. So that is the story here. Above all, I'd love to get your thoughts at 9 o'clock. If you've been to any public hospital lately in the last 2 days, I'd love to know your experience really. That would be coming up at 9 o'clock later this morning. Okay. Right. So let's drop the Daily Trust newspaper away to the Vanguard newspaper. I know. Okay, in 2 minutes I'll come and take your thoughts. Okay. Hear this. Operating PH refinery ahead of full turnaround. Ill-informed NNPC rules out sale of refineries. $18 billion spent on refineries, turnaround maintenance, others so far. $18 billion. Okay, so that's the story here. Quite hilarious. It's on page 5 if you would like to read. In fact, let's just go ahead and take a look at that story on page 5 of the Vanguard newspaper. After spending $1.5 billion on the rehabilitation of the 210,000 barrels per day Port Harcourt Refinery, Group Chief Executive Officer of the Nigeria National Petroleum Company Limited (NNPCL), Bayo Ojulari, has declared that operating it before it was fully completed was ill-informed. It will be recalled that the federal government had, in April 2021, awarded a $1.5 billion contract to Italian company Marie Tachmont, I think. Technimont, for rehabilitation of the refinery. In December 2023, NNPC management, led by its then Group Chief Executive Officer Mele Kyari, declared that the refinery had reached 88% completion and was scheduled for full operation after a mechanical completion by end of the year. That was not to be until November 2024, when the company announced that it had begun truck out of petroleum products. But 6 months later, in May 2025, it announced a shutdown of the facility for another maintenance. Ojulari, in a statement by the company, said a review showed that the decision was ill-informed and also ruled out the possibility of selling the refinery to private investors, contrary to recent feelers that Dangote Group was about to acquire the company. Ojulari had, in an interview with Bloomberg at 2025 OPEC seminar in Vienna, Austria, earlier this month, had said all options are on the table when asked about the possibility of selling the refinery. A statement by the NNPC yesterday said Ojulari, who spoke during a company-wide town hall meeting on Tuesday at the NNPC Towers, Abuja, reaffirmed commitment of the company to completing high-graded rehabilitation and retention of the plant. So they are going to complete the turnaround maintenance. That is essentially what this story is all about. They aren't selling it. IDP's protest in Benue block Makuri Lafia Road. That story is on page 7. It is sad. It's unfortunate. In their own country, they are internally displaced. What a story. 7:46 is our time. Let's come now and take your thoughts. You've got 60 seconds to talk to me, please. When you're calling, just tell me your name and go straight to the point. I'm fine, I'm good, I'm okay. I'm glad that you're good as well. Okay, all right. 0201 2770 993, 0201 2770 993, and 0201 465 7190. 0201 465 7190. The second number is for the ladies, not for you, the men. The second number I just called now is for the ladies. And WhatsApp is 0809 597 5805. For those in the diaspora, you can call the WhatsApp number, but everybody has got 60 seconds to share their thoughts with me on the show today. Okay, and please do turn off your radio if you're calling me. That is very, very important. Okay, thank you. Now, let's begin. Nigeria Info, good morning to you.
Hey, I greet you, Sheriff.
I greet you.
The question I want to ask Mr. Ojulari and his crew in the NNPC, even the federal government, what has happened to the $18 billion that has been sunk into this refinery, and yet nothing has worked? When they were busy deceiving Nigerians that those refineries will work, we're here watching at them, looking at them. What has happened now? Who are those that were involved in that fund that they said they will use to repair the refinery? Are we jokers in this country? Do you know what that $18 billion would have done in other sectors? I will keep pumping it here for what is not working. The NNPC era keeps saying stinks of corruption. And those people that are there, they should be ashamed of themselves. This cannot continue. This is a complete disgrace and a shame. This is a malady. This is a cancer. How can people be wasting money unnecessarily using NNPC refinery as a cash cow for themselves? This is just a disgrace. And for the hospitals, my condolences to people that are in public hospitals. So this is the country we find ourselves.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for your thoughts. Appreciate it. Nigeria Info. Let's jump on this call here. Good morning to you.
Hello, good morning, Sheriff.
Good morning to you.
Yeah, my name is Obina.
Obina, where
from Manchester.
From Manchester. Go on. You've got 60 seconds.
Yeah, I want to talk about the refinery.
Okay.
Sheriff, honestly, I don't know why we keep doing this. To be honest with you, I think the best thing for us to do is to privatize, sell those refineries to those who are going to be making use of it, because the corruption in that sector is becoming too much. They don't want to sell it because that's where they want to keep investing billions into reshaping, reconstructing something that might never work under this government. If you give that refinery to a private company, to a private sector, trust me, they would want to make profit. They want to recoup every penny spent on it, because that's the only avenue they use in siphoning Nigerians' money, and that's why they don't, and they would not sell it. When I heard the news that they were going to sell it, I was just laughing. I knew it would never work, because that's the only way the government knows. Do you know how much they've invested in reconstructing, in rebuilding, in reshaping that? And that's never worked, not for one day. Everything is about propaganda. Now they don't want to sell it because of the same corruption.
Thank you.
It's just a pity. Thank you very much.
Abina, thanks for calling me. Appreciate your time. Okay. Let me jump on this call right here. Nigeria Info. Good morning to you. Can you hear me? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Do try and call me back, okay? The network is really not favorable to you this morning, so but do try and call me back. Good morning to you.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
This is Manuel calling from Kodu.
Talk to me, Manuel.
See, Mr. Quadry, based on the news you said we'll discuss by 9.
Yes.
I'm left to just wonder, why are the government acting this way? Is there no more like a scale of preference to the more important things? Let them focus on what is more important. Spending the amount of money on the players is not bad, but I think that money should have been divided in a way so that the important things, such as the doctors, those who are on strike now, they can be paid. Well, I don't know.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Manuel. Thanks for calling me. Manuel seemed to think, look, this is not right. Good morning to you.
Fantastic morning to you, Sheriff.
Morning to you.
Emeka is the name from Supply Town.
Let's talk.
So we're going to be paying more for petroleum products come 2026. You see, Sheriff, it's now manifestly clear that while we are fasting, the political elites are feasting. They tax us all the more for their profligacy, for their waste, and then keep taxing us. Look at the cesspit of corruption we have in the name of NNPC. Yet we are still going back and forth whether to sell or not to sell. If Dangote is going to buy it, fix it, and put it into operational use, why not sell it? Who has ever been indicted, arrested, and sentenced or convicted for corruption when it comes to NNPC? We keep going back and forth, going around in circles in this country because we're a bunch of jokers. At the end of the day, they will come back and tax the masses, invest it into something that is non-existent, And look at the propaganda, the whole tricking and politics that went into the opening of those refineries. I was never enthusiastic about it. I thought I was not going to hold my breath for anything. And today, the story remains the same.
Thank you.
Billions of dollars expended for nothing.
Thank you.
While our healthcare system is in shambles.
Thank you.
Pathetic.
Thank you, Emeka. Thanks for calling me. Appreciate your time. Good morning to you. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
I can't hear you. Are you using hands-free? AirBot? Just remove them. I can't hear you. I'm sorry, I can't hear you. You're going to have to call me back, okay? I'm sorry. Nigeria Info, good morning to you.
Okay, Sheriff, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
This is Gift. I'm calling from Bariga.
Let's start.
Okay, Sheriff, people don't understand that these things they are propaganda. That funds that the federal government said they were going to give to those girls, there's every possibility that those girls will not get that money in the next 2-3 years. Sure, you get my point. However, if you ask them to channel that money to healthcare, all those other things the previous caller mentioned, they would have to dole out that money immediately. They can't propagate with that kind of money. The Nigerian squad that they promised buildings, do you know it took them more than how many years, more than 10 years for those people to get those buildings? The same thing I'm very sure this money would be. It's just lip service at the end of the day. They know what to do. Then for the refinery, I don't understand. Are you aware that Baba Basin just sold those refineries? When Yaradua came, he revoked it.
Yeah.
Now, an individual has a refinery working in an oil-producing country. I don't know if we're going to pay more. And president guys will come and make it feel as if we hate the government. We don't hate the government. We want things to be better. Have a good day, my brother.
Thank you. Thank you. It seemed as though you actually timed yourself. Good morning to you. Morning. I can't hear a thing. Oh, sorry. You still have to call me back if you're the same person. Sorry, you're going to have to call me back. Good morning to you. Good morning to you.
Good morning, sir. How was the night? Engineer Christian Ogazelo, I'm calling from Ejibo.
Let's talk.
Sheriff, this our refinery now. I think some top officials are just cashing out on it. It has not become something that daily occurrence, they take money out of it. And for the man that was arrested for dumping refuse on the median, the PSPs are not working. The PSPs, they are not working. All those trucks that usually come around and pick it. In my area here in Ejibo, there's a place called Idimo Road, from Ilewe to Idimo Road. Go to all the medians. It is filled up with debt. And those, our brothers, the cat fishers, if they come to pick just a small thing from your place, look at the amount of money they will call. So what do you expect people to do? You have
So the next best thing for people to do is to put their refuse in the middle of the road and then hurt themselves in return.
Sheriff, why was the PSP, those truck people, where were they established? Why are they not even coming? Are people not paying? Why are they not coming?
You think people are paying? That's what you think.
In my own area, see, in my own area, they came.
Thank you so much. Thank you, my brother. I think your point is noted. Let's not dwell too much on this because I've got to go take some comments rather. So let's start with some comments. You know what? Let's go to YouTube. We're gonna take some comments on YouTube. I have this one here that says the government should prioritize their interest on the people. Which is more important. God bless Nigeria. Okay, thank you for sharing your thoughts. I've got this one here that says, are we a learning people or we have a fixed mindset on the refinery? What lessons after all these years? Let's stop our insanity, sell it, and end the corruption. That's Tola who dropped that. The first message I read was sent in by IK Ike. That's IK Ike who sent that. Ike and Tola, thank you for sharing. I have Adeshala here as well, who says Mr. Bayo Julari was an excellent professional in Shell. Taking a government job can make you look like a joker. That's Adeshala Folavi who dropped that here as well. Bleanya says law school students freed. What campus were they kidnapped from? Students being kidnapped from school should be enough for the security chiefs to do more. What will it take to protect Nigerians? Who is quite worried, disturbed about the situation. All right, I think I'm going to take one more. New Wine says this is because... Wait, did he say the first one? Because I'm seeing number 2 here. Hey, number 1. I've seen number 1. Number 1 says, good morning, Sheriff. Why I don't know the contract with Uncle JD, it is my opinion that a replacement should be brought in every time he's off. Number 2, this is because I feel this program is a talk show like newspaper review with an analyst. I think it resonates better that way. Okay, Newswire, this is well noted. Thank you for your thought. Let me see who is here. This person says Falcons deserve their pay. The fault is with our political elite. That's Eric who dropped that. Eric, thank you for sharing. On Uncle Jimmy's this thing, some things you can't prepare for. Some things when they happen. Other times, yes, you can prepare for them, but this was not prepared for at all because it wasn't seen coming. But he'll be back tomorrow, though. That's the good part of it. I'm happy about it, so don't worry. I know you miss him. I miss him too. I miss him greatly. But he'll be back tomorrow. But that's our show this morning, Lagos. Thank you for being a part of it. Kofi will make a return for the continuation of the morning crossfire. Stay here with us on Nigeria Info 99.3. I'm Sheriff.
7 p.m. Don't knack, na yellow clock be that.
Yes, so better don't come as the MTN Mega Billion promo don't land.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.